Zoe Kravitz, aka the new Catwoman, apparently had some issues that made the news. And this all stemmed from basically an audition that she had for The Dark Knight. This was the Christopher Nolan series, so let me go to what she originally said, because later on she tried to clear up some things, but let's see what she originally said first. So yeah, she opened up about losing the Dark Knight Rises audition. So this was for the third Batman film in the Nolan series, because of her skin color, of all things. So initially, let's see. This is what she said. She was like, I don't know if it came directly from Chris Nolan. I think it was probably a casting director of some kind, or a casting director's assistant. Being a woman of color and being an actor, and being told that at that time I wasn't able to read because of the color of my skin and the word urban being thrown around like that. That was what really was really hard about that moment. So basically this goes back to her opening up to the Observer, saying that she was rejected after she was told that she was too urban for a part in The Dark Knight Rises. She did not disclose whether the role was for Catwoman, which ended up being played by Anne Hathaway. So the part of this story that was kind of disturbing was, and this was a little triggering for me, not, I'm not like going hard on this, but in the film industry, they sometimes they use these like code words, and urban is basically code word for black. That's it, right? So the messed up thing is, like, she wasn't even auditioning for Catwoman. That was not who she was going for. And even if she was, is Catwoman urban just because Zoe Kravitz plays her? Like, there was a hold on, there was something. See if I can find it. I have it here. Hold on, I'm gonna get this quote for you, because she said it herself, and I thought it was hilarious. Okay, I don't think I can find it. All right, well, I'll just paraphrase it. Basically, she was like, she was thrown by the fact that she couldn't get this audition because it was too urban, and she was like, "What does that mean? Like, what? I'm gonna go up to Batman and be like, yo, 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 Bats, what's going on?" Like, it was just a real weird thing, because if you think about it, she only wanted to play a small role, but because of how she looked, that was too urban. Like, it just don't add up. It don't add up. So one way or another, it's messed up, it's jacked up. So a lot of people were going off about this story, and it was causing a lot of ruckus online. And one of the things that they were talking about was like, yo, was Christopher Nolan racist? Was it, like, was it WB? Like, what's going on? I know Ray Fisher was sitting there somewhere like, what I tell y'all about WB. I know Ray Fisher was feeling it, but no. So Zoe decided to come out and kind of clear the air or whatever. And this is what she ended up saying, because she went on Instagram and posted like a whole statement. One of the things she mentioned was like, I did not mention this to point any fingers or make anyone seem racist, especially namely Christopher Nolan, the film's producers, or anyone on the casting team, because I truly do not believe anyone meant any harm. I was simply giving an example of what it's like to be a woman of color in this industry at that time. Yeah, I'm not buying that. Sorry. No, it doesn't matter what you intended. It doesn't, because your situation still reeks of passive racism. What role could you possibly be in that would make The Dark Knight Rises too urban? We're not even talking a major role. You couldn't even audition because of how you looked. How is that not textbook racism? The way you look made it too urban for you to even get an audition. But now you talking about, I don't think people meant to be racist. It doesn't matter what they meant. It's about what they did. It's never about, when it comes to racism and stuff, intention doesn't matter. It's about the impact. It's about the results. I'm sorry. Your little cleanup here, Miss Zoe. It's not, I'm sure you probably don't want people to think that, but I'm sorry. I still think that. I still think there's a problem with the production, the casting director, or whoever. I need them to fully explain what was urban, and what was the contrast. You need to explain that, because I'm sorry, that whiffs of racism. It does. It's not overt. It's not one of those like, oh, we don't like you, black folks. It wasn't like over the top, but it was still passive racism. Because like, what in The Dark Knight specifically needed? I'm sorry. What in The Dark Knight did not need Zoe Kravitz in there? What would she have disrupted? I mean, was she auditioning for a part that was like Irish or something? Like, okay, that I could see. But even if that was the case, why you got to use the word urban in there? Why don't you be like, nah, we're actually going with something more Irish related or something? Like, yeah, it's just not a good look. It's not a good look. I don't like it. No matter how she tries to clean it up, honestly, I don't even think she cleaned it up very well, to be honest with you. Like, you didn't get a part because of how you looked, and they thought that it was too urban for the role or for the movie. I don't know. How do you feel about this situation with Chloe? Do you feel like maybe this was a misunderstanding? Do you feel like maybe something was lost in translation? Or do you think it was straight up racism? Because I can't see it any other way. And I would love to hear a better explanation from the casting director or whoever from the production team on The Dark Knight Rises, because I just thinking about the movie, I'm like, who could you have possibly played that would have changed the film so much in a small role to make it urban? Now, let me know your thoughts down below. Buzz back at it. Eartha Kitt, black woman, was the best Catwoman. I'm not mad at that. Although for me, it was Michelle Pfeiffer. She was my first Catwoman, man. Listen. I was a young boy. And that was my first experience with leather. And yeah, I watched that movie a couple times. I'm just saying. I watched Batman Returns. I watched that a couple times. I'm just saying. So she's got a special place in my heart. Michelle Pfeiffer. That's my Catwoman. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying with that. Black Widow. Oh my goodness, come through. Thank you so much again. We know what they meant when they said urban, not buying it. Yeah. I mean, listen, that was. I mean, I've had to deal with that. Like as a film critic. I've told y'all this story a couple times where, like, when I was first starting off as a critic, they would give me the urban films for the urban demographic. Oh, Tyler Perry's in town. You want to? I couldn't even talk to Tyler Perry. Like, you want to talk to the extra? Wig number 3. I don't know. Like, whatever. Like, and it's always been so problematic to me when I hear like the PR companies and like the movie industry talk about things, how they say, here's the difference. Urban is really code for black, right? Or minority. No, it's code for black, because if they want to talk about the Latin or Hispanic group, they say Hispanic demographic, right? But then if they want to talk about White folks, they call it general audiences. See how that works? Remember what I told y'all about white supremacy ideology? White supremacy ideology, okay? Remember? It's the normalization of whiteness. So if the general audiences are not everybody, but it really means white folks, ugh, rough. So anyway, thank you for that. I'm not buying it either. But yeah, that is very, very problematic. Very, very problematic. Let's see. What else we got? Buck. Okay, yeah, not Buck. Thank you so much for that. What is even more insidious about Hollywood and colorism is that if Zoe is too urban, what are darker actresses, Keke Palmer and Asia Naomi King, to do? Straight racism. These are hardcore, big, stupid facts. Like, yeah, because we know when it comes to colorism, the lighter you are, usually the more opportunities you get, So, and I mean, Zoe is light. She can, she can be in those roles. I'm not saying she can pass, but I'm just saying she can be in those roles and it not be as jarring, visually for some people. But yeah, hey, that's a great point. That's a great point. Like if it was too urban for her, whew, that listen, I told you, man, that maybe they was looking for somebody straight Celtic or something. I don't know. I hope they had a good reason for it. Didn't even let her audition. Whoa, do they need a Rooney rule from the NFL? Oh, yikes. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a segment of one of my live chats, and if you're interested in joining in on the next one, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications for more. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.